Hello everybody, Flick here. It's time for yet another Let's Look At, and today we're taking a look at Deus Ex Mankind Divided, which I have done a series on, and you will have seen the end of if you've been following it. So I guess you can count this as a review rather than first impressions. I played through the whole game, at least what's there for the base game. I've also played through the only Jensen's story available, which is kind of like side content that really, based on Desperate Measures, which is the first one available, should just be part of the main game. I haven't touched Breach. It's kind of like a pseudo horde mode type thing, I think, involving hacking more so than killing stuff. Doesn't really interest me, so I don't plan to spend any time here. But yeah, you play as a Ripper, you have to go hack stuff, and I think this is their idea for trying to make you keep on coming back to the game after you've done the story modes, other than the DLC episodes. I haven't dealt with that, so I'm not going to have any comment on Breach beyond it doesn't really appeal to me personally. There's also an ARG kind of companion app to the game that I haven't bothered with, so really if this is a review it's just on the base game, let's say. But I have played through all of it up until I'd say the end and some small niggles. I thoroughly enjoyed it, probably better than Human Revolution, which was also a very good game in my opinion. We're going to jump into my game in progress. It's in New Game Plus, but it's right at the start of New Game Plus, so it's literally the tutorial level, so there won't be any spoilers beyond the first opening, say 30 minutes of the game. But let's go through some stuff first. I was looking at the Steam store page when I was kind of just doing my basic research for notes on numbers and whatnot for the game, that it's currently sitting on mixed reviews on Steam, and I believe this is due to a number of problems it had regarding certain hardware at launch. It didn't have DirectX 12 support. It had bizarre mouse acceleration. Like if you go back and watch when I first started playing this, a tiny movement to my left would be like that. The mouse acceleration was just ridiculous. It's fine now. I like the agency of movement I have here. Maybe I'm just used to it, I don't know, but either way, a lot of little niggles regarding certain hardware setups has made it suffer. It definitely does not deserve to be sitting on a mixed review. So anyway, in this we still play as Adam Jensen again, a heavily augmented man. Oh, we're getting told what to do. Shut up, McCready.
What's wrong?
Also language.
Jenny's up and running. Gonna have to hack keypads.
Should enjoy it, McCready. They have colors and shapes. Just remember, red means bad.
Fuck you.
Same back to you, good sir. As I was saying, still playing as Adam Jensen, heavily augmented gentleman. He's no longer with Sarif Industries, he is now working for Interpol, although on the side he's actually also working for kind of like an underground cell who's trying to expose the Illuminati. The Deus Ex games are steeped in conspiracy, Illuminati BS, and that is true here as well. Also keep in mind, I have a bunch of weapons right now. I've got a stun gun, you saw me with my pistol there, I've also got a revolver, an assault rifle, and a sniper rifle. These are all weapons I've carried over from New Game. So they're upgraded, they're stronger than they would be, so I will probably be wrecking face for the most part here. Don't let that be indicative of the general difficulty of the game. It's not. Anyway, we will be getting tutorial pop-ups. So we are here, and the reason we are here is to stop a terrorist cell that has overtaken this place and murdered all the hobos that were living here. And it just serves as an introduction to our augments, although after the tutorial mission most of them get taken away for a little while and you have to rebuy them, because you can't be that strong, I guess. I do have some, without going into too much detail for spoilers I guess, experimental augs, which are new ones added to this game, which you get later on. In this case, I've got the ability to fire swords from my hand and the ability to give myself super armor. But you don't need to worry about them. Everything else you would normally have in the tutorial, including the old detective vision, which is fantastic. The bar in the bottom left is my energy for powers. Depending on which power you use, they might drain fast or slow. Bottom right, HP, currently equipped weapon, and also currently equipped grenade, which in this case is a smoke grenade, which I can just throw for no good reason, off the edge there. Anyway, I want the silence pistol out for the start. The game on PC looks great. No complaints in terms of visuals. I think it looks very pretty. The in-game stuff, assuming you're running on a decent rig, looks much better than the CG cutscenes in the game. You can always tell when it's changed to one because the quality drops drastically. It's actually quite funny. But yeah, very nice looking game. I like their idea of what the future looks like. Also we have some strength augments so we can pick up heavy stuff. But we are going deeper into the complex. Don't worry, we will get into some, well, not necessarily firefighting. You're technically supposed to be kind of sneaky, although if you want to go around murdering everybody, the game kind of occasionally slaps you on the wrist. It doesn't change anything. So if you want to go guns blazing, you want to go stealth but deadly, you want to go entirely stealth and never kill a person ever, you can. It doesn't really affect anything, but you can play it however you like. This is teaching us about structural walls that we can break. And also we're going to start running into our first enemies soon. I swear the walk speed in this tutorial was slower than in the base game. It feels it anyway. So anyway, we've turned that on so we can get in that door, but the electricity's come on, so that's no good. Luckily we have super legs. This is actually a good time to bring up the one genuine complaint that stuck with me the entire game. The jumping in this game is a lot worse than Human Revolution because of the augmented leg thing. You'll get stuck on stuff that Jensen will decide to climb, you'll feel like you're grabbing it just right, and it won't, although for some reason apparently now I'm grabbing it just fine. The jumping got on my nerves, so I tried to get around situations by not having to do it. Do we have to hack this? We do have to hack this. The hacking is back, it's still relatively easy. And I have some upgrades to my hacking, not too much. Yeah, it's more than enough time to not bother.
Initiated.
Take forever, why don't you?
Access granted.
Alright, so we should get a pop-up here saying, hey, do you want to do like really basic tutorials? And I'm going to say no. Let's see, so we close the game and return. So we can go into cover, and this tutorial is basically just teaching you about jumping into cover. If I wanted to run up to these two guys and just murder them, why not? I don't want to do the tutorial game. Why is it still trying to force me to do that? There. So if you wanted to, that's one way you can dispose people. I love the augment you can get to allow you to do multiple takedowns. It looks great, it's very, very effective, maybe even too effective. It makes you feel like a badass. And these guys have been murdering civilians, so all in all, they probably deserve it. One thing about this game is, eventually you learn pretty much everybody is bad for some reason. If you didn't want to kill them, and they were looking at that door, you could have come around here and gotten through that way without having to kill any of them. So it's just down to you and how you want to play. Oh, see what I mean? Just get up there. These tutorials that are appearing over on the right are due to the hacking related stuff we picked up. In fact, they might already have been sitting in my inventory and that's why they're all... Yeah, that's what it is. I have no idea who knocked that over. So let's see, if I wanted to kill him in style, I could just kind of shoot a sword at him. Oh, that is not a kind way to die. That went right through his skull. Again, they probably deserve it. So overall... Oh, actually, I think one of those guys had the code. Not that it matters. Overall, Mankind Divided. I was loving the game so much, and I thought I was just getting into the nitty-gritty of the story. I was like, okay, now that we've gotten rid of the main threat, it's time to try and track down the Illuminati. No, not at all. I was actually doing the last mission. And it's never a good sign if you're not aware that you're on the last mission. It's like, oh, okay, here's a boss fight, and you're done. That's it. It was disappointing, but it didn't detract from the journey. I still thoroughly had fun playing through this. And I hope that I was playing this live, recording it live. The audience who stuck around for it seemed to enjoy it as well.
Jensen,
We'll get a bit
Mac,
more voice acting here.
listen up. Doppler shows that sandstorm's moving in fast. It's big, and it's gonna hit us hard.
God, I hate the fucking desert. Confirm visual?
I can. Time is not on our side.
Copy that.
Solid copy.
So in terms of voice acting, some people had a problem with Jensen's voice. I love his voice actor. He was great in Splinter Cell Blacklist as well. I like him. The only voice actor I pretty much didn't like in this game is Miller. He has a lot of dialogue and he is not a good actor. The voice actor they've got for him, sadly. It detracts from a certain couple of scenes later on in the game, let's say. Icarus Landing means that we don't take fall damage. I did the exact same thing when I was playing this for the first time. I would like to close and return to the game, please. I'd like to actually show off some more combat. Where are we going? We just going through a door? No. Maybe I should have turned it on. Oh wait, no, we're going in the elevator. That's where we're going.
متأكد؟
Yes, that traffic... no, it wasn't a traffic cone I threw. What was it? Coffee cup. Definitely warrants your attention, my good man.
مفيش حاجة. شكلي دي.
So that's not exactly stealthy, but it's one way to do it. Where did that actually hit him? He did not die well. Let's put it that way. I think I might have welded his shoulder to the stepladder. I'm very sorry about that. Let's do the next room guns blazing rather, just so I can show you the difference. How many guys are we dealing with here? One so far, there's another couple around the corner. I swear there's stuff on in the tutorial that is not on in the full game, because in the full game, for one, Jensen walks faster than he is now. Two, I could pull away from a bit of cover just by pressing away. That's not working in this, I have to press F again. Yep, that comes off to show you that you can go that way if you like. But no, we're doing this the loud way. Well, as loud as a gun that's silenced can be, I suppose. If we want to move between cover, we can, like so. There's another guy. Oh, he's quite far away. That's what I get for not using or rather using a silence gun when I'm trying to show off loud gunplay. Because the gunplay flows well as well. Don't think that you have to play stealthily. There's a bunch of augmentations just designed to give you a lot more armor, if you wanted. If you want to go sneaky Death Ninja style, you can get an augment that means that you can kill people silently while cloaked and your cloak doesn't wear off. Oh, there's another guy down there. And some guys in here. Now you'll notice I've drained most of the battery on the left. It will always regen to 1 bar full, but if I want to fill it further than that, press B to bring up the augment quick menu. I can heal myself, or I can use a biocell to fill up some of the bar, like so. If you're also using a weapon that's customized, you can press Y to bring up a quick kind of thing. Do you want to change to, say, armor piercing ammo or regular ammo? That kind of stuff. Nothing you need to worry about if you don't want to. I didn't use any of my guns besides the stun gun, I think, until the very end of the game. And that was mostly by choice. I got through it stabbing, punching, and generally just having a good time with that. I have no idea why I punched that wall.
Jensen, what's your 20?
Working my way through the penthouses.
Remember to keep an eye out for the Jin's communications booster. If you can, disable it.
Roger that.
So there's a gas trap down that way. That's the way I went when I was playing this online.
Nothing. Always nothing. Could be something.
Hello, friend. I like they just stood there and watched. I would like to point out though I haven't bought most of the augments for recoil, so my recoil was going to be insane if I rapid fire. Because again, I wasn't really getting into firefights, I was stabbing in silence. Now another sticking point of Human Revolution, the game before this one, was that when it originally launched, all the boss fights, you had to fight them straight up, and this was counterintuitive to the Deus Ex mythos, which is you can usually sneakily get your way out of any situation. Eventually it was patched so that you could kill all the bosses in that game silently. There isn't many boss fights in this game. I would argue there's only really one that's unavoidable, in fact. Ooh, that's a lot of guys. Alright, let's be silly. We run at them. Use ourselves some Typhoon. The bastard is cutting us down. Get out of here, fan. Poke your head out. Thank you. We done? We're done. Good. So we're nearing the, well, we're kind of nearing the end of the tutorial. And if you want to do the optional objective, it does have some payoffs if you do it by shutting down their communications. Oh, he died enjoying life, I guess. So if you want to pick up Mankind Divided... Oh, by the way, you do not need to have played Human Revolution. It offers a 10-minute cutscene that catches you up on Adam Jensen's story. So you don't need to buy the other game. I do recommend it though. I really, really liked Human Revolution. But if you want to just pick up Mankind Divided, you can get it for, it's a full price game, so £39.99 in British pounds. There is DLC. I'm a little bit disappointed that they went the DLC route, to be honest. I really kind of wish they didn't. I don't blame Eidos Montreal, who are responsible for the making of the game. I think that's probably Square Enix kind of putting the boot in, saying, hey, you have to do this. Maybe I'm giving them too much credit, I don't know. But that's how it comes across to me anyway. So the optional objective we want is actually just over here. I'll probably go back to sort of silent killing now. Although no, I have EMP ammo on this currently.
Listen up, everyone. Chang's hacked into the Jin's radio signal. Checking the patch now. We should be hearing Singh any second.
I'll just let them talk for a second.
خليل الراجل اللي هيبيع لنا الحاجات جاي كمان شويه. روح قول لبقيه الناس ان انا هحصلكم وخليكم يعني منتظرين.
Patch is clean.
Solid copy.
Good. I'll repatch us once the deal kicks off.
Miller, I've disabled the Jin's comms booster. Should make it harder for them to listen in on the deal.
Good work. With luck, Singh's cover will still be intact when this is over.
Roger that. Moving on to primary target now.
Well, after I stab some fools.
مصيبة.
All of these pocket sectors just giving away information. It's useful. Thanks for the ammo I'll probably never use. Alright, let's push on to the end of the tutorial here. We'll see the finale to that, as it were. There will be a link to the Steam store page below. I can't speak for how the game is on consoles. As far as I can tell, it's fine. And the PC version is more than fine. Ran perfectly smooth. The one big issue I had, other than the jumping, which I don't think is PC specific, the mouse acceleration, it seems largely dealt with now to me. Anyone bothered by that?
Jensen, we're inside the atrium, taking up positions on the terraces. What's your 20?
Still moving.
Well, hurry the fuck up. Enemy helos inbound and this sandstorm's getting close. You get that comms booster disabled?
Affirmative. Booster's fried.
So maybe the Tin Man does have a heart after all. Way to look out for your team. Creedy out.
Shut up, McCready. Which way am I wanting to go to hack this? Probably that way. 15% chance of detection. 15% chance of detection. 15% chance of detection. We're good. The more nodes you have, the longer it takes for the counter thing to find you, incidentally.
Access granted.
Alright, we'll see a little bit of an in-game, a CG cutscene, which is why the graphics no longer look as good as they did. Quickly do the finale to the tutorial, and then that will do it. If you want to see more, I did a full playthrough, but I do recommend playing it yourself. I love the Deus Ex games, even 2, which was kind of garbage.
Enemy helo sighted.
This is a great addition. That's pretty much all I have to say about it. I don't mean to gush so much, that's why I kind of felt like I had to point out the stuff I didn't like. The jumping, the mouse acceleration, which is sorted,
Strike force in
the
position.
lackluster ending, which comes out of nowhere,
Strike one, in position.
and the odd choices regarding what's DLC.
Yeah.
Strike 4 in position and holding, boss. Eyes up, safety's off, guys.
Yeah, no shit, brown nose.
Watch your fucking mouth, Halliday.
Both of you shut up. 5 in position.
Everybody stay sharp. Singh's got eyes on Shepard. Patching you in now.
Targets in the AO. Remember, Singh's down there, so watch your fire.
That is Sing.
You got balls, Sing? Executing a buy with a sandstorm on our ass?
I cannot take credit for Mother Nature, mister.
You can call me Shepard.
How biblical. Are these the weapons?
The Ogs. They're getting harder to come by. Guns are still on the chopper. Show me the cash quick and we'll...
What the? has been crashed. Shepard is dead.
What? By who? What's going on down there?
Miller, this isn't the Jinn. Repeat, it's not the Jinn.
They're after the weapons. Open fire! Open fire!
Weapons free! Open up on...
Greedy. Make it a grab for the chopper. You got a shot?
Negative. Negative. We're under heavy fire down here. We can't let that chopper take off, Jensen.
I got it.
This is bad! They're closing in! We're gonna lose Singh! Jensen, I can't reach him!
Oh. Ooh, they have battle rifles. Alright, let's fight through this. I did actually think of one more thing I wanted to mention. But I'll mention it after I'm done talking, or done with this.
Sandstorm might have just bought us some time, but you need to disable that chopper.
Copy that.
Last time I was doing this, I took so long the sandstorm actually arrived. This time I'm kind of just kicking my ass through them. Oh, actually, it arrives when you get to a certain point, I guess.
Miller, chopper's been grounded. Repeat.
Jensen! You're welcome.
Shut up, McCready.
Shit.
This is pretty much the setup to the game here. I tried to fast forward it, but it's loading.
Artificial eyes to prosthetic limbs.
From molecular-sized computers.
Human-controlled evolution available to all.
The music in the game is amazing. Totally forgot to mention that. Credit to whoever did it.
What have the events in Dubai cost us?
They knew the risks.
How many assets did we lose?
All of them. The sandstorm didn't help.
The mission was a success.
Clearly, your scale for success is a generous one. However, the erratic nature of the attack could work to our advantage. Interpol will be confused for weeks, and with our continued guidance, the people will come round eventually. We are all in this for the long game, after all.
That's never changed.
You think so? Do I need to remind you all how far we have veered off course? The odd incident has caused a schism in society. Things are worse than we projected, and growing more unstable every day. This will not be tolerated. To ensure the success of our vision, the disruptive elements must be excised.
No one here disagrees with you. But let me fly to New York and I will personally evaluate the situation. We may already have the votes we need to ensure that the Human Restoration Act passes.
Very well. Stanton, you accompany. We may need to exert financial as well as political pressure to silence anyone opposed. Proceed. Elizabeth, I'll contact you later.
It won't succeed, Lucius, even with Dowd's money. You know what Rand will find in New York? Weak, ineffectual men. And with Nathaniel Brown still an unknown factor.
Of course. That is why we're proceeding with our alternate strategy. You have claimed much in the past, Paige. This is your chance to deliver.
Everything is in place. We can initiate whenever you wish.
I'll secure your communications, Bob. Jaina seems to have eyes everywhere these days. He and his Juggernaut Collective...
Janus won't be an issue. I've made arrangements. I laid the foundations. Now it is time to get everyone's attention. Page, activate the sleep cell.
So that was the shady plans of the Illuminati, the people kind of running everything. If you're familiar with the first Deus Ex game, you'll know who Bob Page is and the Restoration Act, etc. And where things end up going. And we are going to Prague. I still can't fast forward it even if I want to. Oh wait, yes I can. Good. Although now we have an in-game cutscene that's also unskippable. Alright, I'll let that play in the background once I'm done recording. The other thing I just wanted to bring up is that the game does touch on the subject of racism in that all augmented people are now treated like second-class citizens. There are some uncomfortable comparisons in the game between this and the way black people have been treated in the past, in America, elsewhere, etc. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. It's good that it pissed people off that they used augmented people as a race in this game to show the horrible side of people. It's part of the themes of the game. It's handled very, very well. Maybe a little bit too on the nose, I would agree with that. But it's handled in the way it should be to bring it to a new generation's attention, in my opinion. If you found any of it offensive, good. You should. It's not nice to see people treated the way Augs are treated in this game. That's the whole point. So that's the last point I wanted to make. Fair play to them for handling, or finding a way to handle the topic of racism in such a truly unique to games way by having augmented people be a race. I like the way they handled it. Anyway, that's the last thought I have on Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I like it. I like it a whole lot. If you don't want to buy it yourself, I do have a playthrough you can watch. But I do encourage you to do so. If you're put off by the full price, wait a little bit, or wait for a complete version once all the DLC is out. It gets a recommendation though. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Ta-ta for now.